Mr. Crowley, Mr. Davis of Illinois, Mr. Etheridge, Ms. Sanchez, then Mr. Teaberry, and Ms. Schwartz.
Let me begin with a direct question and direct answer. Is China a currency manipulator? Yes. Is its currency fundamentally misaligned? Yes. In the absence of currency intervention by the Chinese monetary authorities, the renminbi-dollar exchange rate would be significantly different, I believe.
I want to focus on intellectual property rights real quick. It's clear that China has tolerated.
The economic situation has changed. The U.S. is still facing high unemployment, but we're now sufficiently out of the crisis so that an effort with the Chinese, I think, would not be viewed as a wrecker to the world economy or even to the markets. I think people understand and actually expect the United States to pursue an initiative of this type.
Without objection.
And thank you for holding this hearing. Very important. I think it's.
And the reason that they're not simply doing what we would like them to do is that they have good reason to be cautious about what could go wrong in their economy. And if something goes wrong in China right now, it's very bad news not only for the U.S., but for the whole world, because China is now the engine of growth.
Sentence. I thought he had.
I did finish the sentence. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. So here we go. Mr. Roscoe.
But this is an even bigger problem in terms of how our goods have become less competitive. And you tell this to the computer industry, the electronic equipment industry in the United States, and parts industries, that they have to continue to wait and be destroyed as the textile industry was destroyed in this country. And we think we're going to solve all these problems diplomatically. I don't think that works.
I think an important issue that's been raised in our discussion this morning is what the best channel to go through might be. And we've expressed skepticism about legislative action, retaliatory tariffs, for good reason. You may dismiss the parallel with the 1930s as somehow irrelevant, but I can assure you any further blows to global demand dealt by errors of U.S. Fiscal, monetary, or trade policy would harm your constituents even more severely than they've so far been harmed.
And then Mr. Camp. And then Mr. Pasquale, Mr. Crowley, Mr. Davis of Illinois, Mr. Etheridge, Ms. Sanchez, and then Ms. Schwartz.
The main beneficiaries of ending the renminbi-dollar peg would not, in fact, be the United States, but would be China's trade competitors in emerging markets, who are the real losers. They're the ones who've been losing market share when you look at the structure of U.S. imports.